The older I get, the more I'm noticing that nothing is the same as it was when I was younger. My brother doesn't live at home anymore. YouTubers I've watched for years are getting canceled. Arizona iced tea doesn't cost 99 cents anymore. And the $5 footlong at Subway is no longer a thing. The one thing that stays consistent is my friends. I met them back in first grade, and probably earned their loyalty by giving them a few goldfish crackers at recess. This is my friend Judah. He suggested that the five of us do a day trip to a neighboring island called Denman Island. When Judah was a kid, his family would travel to Denman and stay in a cabin every summer. Judah acted as our tour guide for the day and took us to all his favorite childhood spots.
The road where it goes like up and down and up and down, and you get a bump in the face. Yeah.
Good call, Judah.
What? About what?
About this spot.
Yeah, right?
The first stop was a place called Eagle Rock. Supposedly it gets its name because of an eagle-shaped rock, but the whereabouts of that rock was unknown to us.
Oh, I love these trees too.
We've been saying... Silas told me that so long ago. We explored the rocky shore for a bit, and I stepped down on what I thought was solid ground, only to feel my shoe fully submerged in stagnant ocean water. I now had to live with a wet sock for the rest of the day. Along the shore, there were little caves in the rocks. We found the best one for Silas to climb up to. It took him a whole 2 minutes to climb up.
Dude is fully sprawled out.
That may not sound like a long time, but it was not that far of a climb. Thanks to Caleb's directions, he made it to the top. And of course, now that he's at the top, he's scared to come down.
No, just to the left of it where the grass is.
Thankfully, Titus found an easier route, and Silas made it down safely. And this easy route allowed both Titus and Caleb to experience the hole in the rock themselves.
Walk through the water, bro. Jesus. Because it kind of like just have to walk along to get to it. That's what I'm saying. You have to climb to the right and then up.
If we were like professional rock climbers, this would.
Okay, walk away, Caleb.
We should take a picture with the subway.
Well, you don't need like muscles, but you
No, I mean like there's specific like.
The next spot on Judah's list was a spot called Graham Lake. But after walking the trail and getting to the lake, we realized the lake only had one little dock and was full of people. So we packed up, turned around, and took a wrong turn and got lost. We got lost because Silas took us the wrong way, but Caleb told us that it was the right way.
I did.
But then we ignored him. We eventually found our way back to the truck and headed toward the general store on Denman Island. There used to be candies for less than $1, but that doesn't exist anymore. After grabbing snacks and some water, we walked over to a park a few minutes down the road. Judah explained to me how the park used to be different, and a lot has changed since he had last stepped foot in it, and he wondered why it had happened. Luckily, swing sets and grounders haven't changed all that much, so we were able to still have some fun. The last stop before it was time to make our way back home was a spot called Falongley Provincial Park. We followed a trail surrounded by massive trees and ended up in an open field. There's one tree in particular that we were able to go into the middle of, and Silas was able to climb, since I guess he just has to climb everything. As I was standing in the tree, I couldn't help but wonder if the day had been living up to Judah's expectations. I was hoping that everything was just as good as he had remembered. I know what it's like to have expectations, and then be disappointed when things don't go the way you'd hope. What I failed to realize was that my way of thinking was completely wrong. We didn't come out to Denman so that Judah could relive his childhood memories. Rather, we made the trip out because Judah wanted to share with us something that was a huge part of his early life. Now I realize that it is so easy to be disappointed when something holds such fond memories doesn't live up to the expectations. You may not even be aware of those expectations, but subconsciously, you are comparing to what it was then to what it is now. Sometimes so much so that it can alter your whole perception of a great experience, solely because it didn't live up to how you experienced it as a child. Unfortunately, change is inevitable. Nothing is going to stay the same. That's just how the world works.
Told me that so long
This trip won't be the same as the next one, and the next one after that is going to be different too. But in a way, isn't that a good thing? I guess what I'm trying to get at is if you're too wrapped up in what was, you aren't going to be able to enjoy what is and what's to be. We can't control change outside of ourselves, so there's no need to be upset over it. Instead, we can approach new situations with the excitement and wonder of childhood, but also keeping a willingness to live in the moment. So sure, some things may be different and it can be fun to reminisce, but a good memory is exactly that, a memory. And all we can do is hold on to them and share them with the ones you love. So don't end a chapter too quick, because there's still a lot more that is yet to be uncovered.
Hey, I'm stealing my sunglasses.